Stadium in Athens. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Georgia Bulldogs. Restate the State Paul again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Flushed out of the pocket. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And I love it. First play of the game, they're trusting their quarterback to take a shot. He got the coverage he wanted. He found his one-on-one matchup, and his guy made a play. You cannot start better than that, fellas.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. The run inside. It's Frazier. Maybe a crease. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his...
Snags it, and he's open. Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Run in the red zone, it's Frazier. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Dogs! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Maybe some room here. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Runs through a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good 3rd down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down, now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Looking for a crease to the left. Fighting off the defender. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. The throw. Got his man. Spinderella. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Dumps it off in the flats. Could not make his way to the corner. So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got out of trouble and throws. Firing to the right, complete. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Robinson. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll keep it on the ground. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And, man, you got to like the swarm of this defense. You've got to get in the backfield, make some penetration, and realize the first guy's not going to always get that big sucker on the ground. Like, he's a big, strong dude. He's breaking tackles, but still swarming to the football, and this defense still gets a tackle for a loss.
And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's down. Immediately, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Here's Xavier Robinson, and he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Handoff to Xavier. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. To throw, it's Mateer. Forced out of the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his 3rd receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
And he tacks on the extra point. So that was a lengthy 17-play drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. With the catch, it's Frazier. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On third down, here's Frazier. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
He'll field the button, see what he can get. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. And he's stopped right there. No gain on the play. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. He'll try to get to the marker himself. They'll bring him down just outside the 25 at the 26, certainly well within field goal range. But let's see if they choose to go for it here.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air, trying to get behind the defense. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Frazier. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Snap from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Punt is on its way. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Did the work himself. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not.
He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And he made the extra point without problem. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He unleashes a long one. Goes high to pull it in. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Running inside, it's Frazier. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Georgia going up tempo. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it and still on his feet. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. He caught it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Georgia!
Every coach in the country talks about finishing half strong. Man, how about that? You get the touchdown, a chance to tie this game up and take all the momentum into halftime.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corners are going to bail. He's got it again. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. There's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the UTEP Miners. And it's BYU looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Eagle, Jack, Eagle! Go!
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Riley. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff for Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out and in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Here's a give to Frazier. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
What will they dial up on 2nd and 8? Long way to go. He might want another play. They'll run play action. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory.
Flag 14!
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half, they were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. Here's a hit. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him. He knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Got close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Scooped it, scored it, into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And you just heard every offensive player go, oh, for a second there. How about that? The fumble deep in the defense's territory. But how about Johnny on the spot, scooping that ball up and finishing, lowering his pads, getting in the end zone. Nice break for this offense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets open down the middle.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Finds his tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The run inside. It's Frazier. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires left. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Hunt is on its way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air. It's Mateer. Rushes on him. And that one's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit. forcing that incompletion.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Headed for the fourth quarter now, and this quarterback battle looks like this. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
The offense changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on second down. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Going the other way, and he's got touchdown Sooners. The defense putting points on the board. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth.
Number 29, set to kick it off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Wants to fire on second down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed coming from the outside. He was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Wants to adjust the pattern. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He wants to go deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Breaks into the open. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit, nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ball game when it's really going to matter.
Using his feet. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
On third down, here's Robinson. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma! With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Unloads it left. He's got it. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Dogs headed quickly to the line.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. What precise footwork along the sideline to get that toe down for the catch.
Second down.
The Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here.
Splinter! Splinter! Wait, idiot!
Back to pass. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40, at the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Number 29, set to kick off.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Handoff from the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. They'll leave it with the lone back. Hard running there. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, too little, too late. Where was this earlier in the game? They could have used that explosive play earlier when this game was close. But obviously these guys are still out here. They're still competing. They're going to keep fighting until there's zeros on the clock. But they need more plays like that earlier in games moving forward.
He's got him wide open. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Here's the give off the left side. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together, run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He's knocked down immediately, tried to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. And it's his fourth interception of the night.
Intercepted by Oklahoma. And they'll take over first and 10.
First play of this drive comes from the 27.
Ready? Wide, go!
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.